Hi everyone. A lot of you have made a comment on one of my most special houses in London that's on the market with me at the moment, and hopefully you can see from the background it has some of the most extraordinary views and amazing history. So I wanted to come here for an informal and unscripted viewing with the owner, one of the owners, Willie, and I hope you enjoy.
This is the wall of the house. This is what keeps you inside and everyone else out.
In your oasis.
And down here is the place where Walter Raleigh put his cloak down for Queen Elizabeth I to cover the puddle. And there is actually, by that drain, always a puddle when it rains.
Still to this day?
Yes, still to this day.
Well,
so
the history starts here before we've even got in.
Let's go inside. And of course the reason why the Dockyard had such high walls because it was like the Cape Canaveral of its time.
Wow.
So the state secrets of building ships lie
behind this wall,
inside here.
And yeah, the Master Shipwright's house.
And so we come inside the Dockyard.
Oh, it's breezy today. There you are. Now we're in your oasis.
Yeah, something of an oasis actually.
It is
a bit
completely
of a green
magical
paradise, which
are they olive trees?
They're olive trees, and then we've got pears and quinces and apples and cherries and figs
and butterflies.
And butterflies. Today we've got butterflies. So this is a very sheltered space.
And this wasn't like this when you bought it, was it? Nothing.
No,
nothing
this
like
actually was a car park when we came here, so it's a very different spectre.
You'd have no idea, would you?
Yeah.
And tell me very quickly then, so how did you come across this place, and who owned it before? And
Rupert Murdoch owned it before.
Okay, that's
It was part of the News International portfolio because they used it as offices and as a dining room for the executives for when they were shipping paper out of the dock.
And it wasn't on the market, was it?
No, it wasn't.
And you acquired it?
Yes, it was just the right place at the right time.
And of course you've kind of become the custodian here, and then because it wasn't like this at all, was it? You've done a...
No, so it's in the last 27 years it's had new roofs, new windows, it had no electricity or water, so that infrastructure is all quite new in the house. So as we come around here, we get the fair face of the building, and right now is bathed in sunshine this afternoon.
And actually you start getting glimpses of the view here, don't you?
Yeah, so you've got two buildings really, two houses. You've got the Master Shipwright's house and the offices of the principal officers of the Dockyard here. The whole thing is one house.
Yes. 10,000
square feet, and we live in all of it.
And there's a few of you?
There are 12 or 13 of us that live here at the moment.
It's good fun.
Yeah, it's an ideal house for someone who wants to have kind of granddad and grandma.
Yeah, I was saying multi-generational living.
The teenagers,
the
whatever, and the big house, which is the majority of it. So it roughly is 2/3 the Master Shipwright's house and 1/3 the former office building. And there are about 10 or 12 bedrooms, and there are about 6 bathrooms, and and lots of living spaces.
And you all have dinner together on a Sunday, don't you?
And we all have dinner together on a Sunday, yeah.
This lead work is brilliant. You've had all this commissioned, didn't you?
So yeah, I mean, as much as possible, we've done things properly. So yes, those hoppers I'm really, really proud of, and everything has been handmade for the house. Let's walk to the front.
Thanks, Willie. Now this for me is where the magic starts again, because you're in this oasis in London, and actually that's almost the bit that reminds you of where you are, because you've got this super view, haven't you?
Yeah, the house is oriented to look over the Dockyard that way and to look out to the river from this elevation. So there's quite long views, which is unusual in London.
You don't get those at all, do you?
And that gives us lots of sunshine and lots of light, which is important as well.
It's really sheltered in here too, isn't it? It's quite windy today, but you don't really feel it
I have to say though, Tim, to be realistic, you can get a pretty whippy northeast wind coming around here in the
joy,
winter.
Right?
Yeah. and we've got high tide.
Yeah, but you know, seeing water in any house, I think, wherever you are in the UK, is something that's very special. But to be on the water in London is even more special, isn't it?
I mean, our delight is to make morning coffee and to come out here barefooted in the dewy grass and go and sit out here and watch the boats and the tide.
There's always something going on the Thames, isn't there?
It's never inactive, that's for sure. And tonight, this afternoon, is a beautiful afternoon. So we're here and we can do the view, can't we?
Yeah.
So down here we've got Greenwich and the Royal Naval College, and then over here, of course, Canary Wharf, which is linked by the DLR to a station to Canary Wharf and up to Bank.
I do love this contrast of where we're standing in the history and then looking at Canary Wharf. There's something very, very special about that, isn't there?
And probably historically, you know, lots of people have stood just where we're standing now and waved goodbye to their loved ones on a ship that was going off barely to where they knew whether it would come back. So it's the beginning and ending of lots of journeys.
And this interesting building that you've got on your left, how did that? Because one thing we haven't spoken about yet is that the house is in lots of photographs.
Yeah, well, this was a project one summer to build this out of some pieces that were left over from the building of the house.
Yes.
And it was a week-long project that was supposed to stay for a year, but it's been here
a bit longer than that?
It's been here for about it's been here for 15 years actually. And there is a tradition in the Dockyard houses that they had what was called a banqueting house in the garden.
Yes.
And so this mirrors that idea of having a little place that you could.
It wasn't like a kind of
I don't think they were.
Either.
They were probably assignation houses, but you know, where you just met somebody for a quick kiss or something.
Yes.
But
we get some good views.
It provides shelter and a nice place to have a glass of wine.
Yeah, I can imagine.
A little bit later.
It's lovely with hearing the waves actually here, isn't it? It's very relaxing.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that when I...
Yeah, morning, noon and night, you're aware of the waves, and you either get the shingle on the beach or you get the sound here that we've got. So it's pretty near high tide now. Let's go inside.
Thanks, Willie. I'm excited. I've got to say, every time I come here though, I do feel this kind of sense of... I think when you first spoke to me, it's a country house in London, isn't it? It's this kind of quiet solitude and somewhere that feels very special.
It's certainly not a house on a street.
Yeah.
You come through the gate and everybody talks about it feeling like an oasis or feeling like they're in France. So the house is quite, it's quite formal in a way, and this staircase takes us up to what were the principal receiving rooms in the Master Shipwright's house. So the scale of the rooms is quite big on both the ground floor and up here.
And can we, was it English heritage that mentioned, so this is a very good example of light touch, was that?
Light touch, they called it a sort of benchmark of not over restoring. So the essentials were done, the roofs, the windows, the heating, the electricity. The patina of the building is something that we deliberately tried to maintain. And the only thing that sort of frames everything is the grey paintwork that sort of frames the doorways, frames the staircase, and makes it coherent, really.
Yes. And you can see
each room is different, as you will see. Out of these 3 windows, you can see the river, and you can see Canary Wharf, and you can see across to the Isle of Dogs.
It's amazing to be into this kind of quiet space now, but still have those views.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
kind of mesmerising, really.
It's a remarkable room, and it hosts a party very well, and sometimes we eat dinner up here. It's one of the most complicated rooms in the house, decoratively. It's had, in a way, the most work, but would appear to perhaps have the least work. But we decided that we wanted to see all of the stories of the blocked up windows and the shadows of doors, and to preserve the kind of atmosphere of this as we found it.
why I love kind of period buildings, really, because it's that, you know, seeing them evolve over time, and now you've kind of stripped back and you can see it.
I mean, some houses will cover it up, but
I think
here we have a nice little image. This takes us back in time. So this painting is a painting by John Cleverley, and he was a famous naval painter in the style of Canaletto, 1747, I think this one is. And what we can see here is we can see the house here, and we're in this room here. So the 3 windows that we're looking out at the river are there, and you can see the line of trees that have been planted, and these 2 trees have been replanted in front of the house here. What we're seeing, I won't go into great detail, but we've got George II, I think, there in the royal yacht. And the royal visitors to the house were many, over many hundreds of years. In fact, in 1708, after the house had been rebuilt from its Tudor form, the issue went to Parliament of over-expenditure, and somebody said that the house, having been fit for James and Elizabeth to be hosted in, was now rather more the Shipwrights' palace than the Master Shipwright's house.
we'll keep that,
it does sometimes get referred to as the Shipwrights' palace.
Yeah, I have seen that online, actually.
Yeah.
Even sometimes on Google. I'm right in saying that's the same ship, isn't it? Is that
it is? In its journey? This is HMS Medway in build on the stocks, at launch, in full rig and decommission. And these are the commissioners' barges. And you'll see versions of this painting in the Maritime Museum, the National Gallery, in the Courtauld Institute. There are about 8 of these magnificent paintings, and this is just one that we have a copy of for reference. But the documentation of the house is sort of second to none, really, because the Navy kept records of everything. So we know the name of the man who made the windowsills and how much were paid
because
for
it was all documented.
And it's all documented. And this room is one of the 2 largest sort of entertaining spaces for us. This is where we have our annual pantomime, and we do lots of plays and things in here. But probably more recognisable to people would be Mario Testino photographing Kate Moss, smoking a cigarette, lying on top of the piano.
I of course had to Google that when you told me, so I now of course know.
And that's a kind of iconic shot of her career and indeed of his career.
Yes.
So lots of people have been here. Tom Jones, I can remember being in here. Rod Stewart, I can remember being in here. Donald Sutherland, I can remember being in here.
This is one of the first times
Derek I've come here. Jacobi, I can remember being in here.
And it not been a photo shoot.
It's a room that's used a lot for filming and for fashion photography.
Someone said to me the other day that it was in Idris Elba.
It was Luther's. This is Luther's apartment.
That's right.
Yeah.
Was this in it? I still haven't found the clip.
Yes, it's in it for a whole series.
Okay, I'll have to watch that back now.
I haven't watched it actually.
It's
a great room, and it's a great room when we have big dinners, because you can seat 50 people in here, and you can seat 30 or 40 people in the other room across there. So you can have a big sit-down party, or you can dance through the night away in here.
I suppose, as we said before, great for multi-generation living, but great for a party.
And this is I suppose a more conventional room, and it's a simpler room. Blue room.
I can see why.
It's right above the kitchen. This is where we come and hang out, watch films, have the projector up. But it's also a lovely room because you get the view of the garden and the river and Canary Wharf beyond, and it's right above the kitchen. So it's a kind of family, social, intimate space.
It's lovely and cool in here, but as you say, we're still raised here, aren't we?
Yeah.
So you still get really nice views.
Yeah.
Lovely thin kind of bars on the windows, so you get lots and lots of light.
Yeah, lots of big Georgian, or Queen Anne, I should say, 6/6 sashes.
Yeah, just gorgeous.
Let's go down into the kitchen.
Thank you.
So we find ourselves in the kitchen, and with a house like this, you do need a kitchen that works and can
Was this
really...
always the kitchen, do you think?
This was a kitchen in the Georgian period, and I suspect from the in the earlier house in the Tudor version, because there's some of the Tudor house in the cellars down here that is readable. So this forms a 3-unit kitchen with lots of sinks, an aga, all the dishwashers and stuff that you need, and it means that we can sit here. We have an extension to the table, so it's very easy to sit 24 people for lunch on.
You've got
on
a lot of
Sunday.
places you can sit a lot of people at.
Yeah, well, it goes
the
with the house, and there are 13 of us that live here, so everybody brings a friend, and you get to 30.
Double that quite quickly.
30 very quickly, believe me. But it's a nice kind of cosy social space, but it's got the modernity of this stainless steel kitchen.
I think one of my first memories really was when I came here. You've got that fire, which it's quite unusual, isn't it? You've got your aga, but you had your fire, which is often lit in the winter, isn't it?
Yeah. It's quite. In fact, it's often lit in the summer as well, just because it produces the ambiance of it. And then beyond this, the cellars, there's a laundry room and the boiler room and storage, and
where the magic happens.
Where you can put a hell of a mess.
And close the door.
And close the door, yeah.
Sounds good.
That's it. So, Tim, we've had a look at the big house.
Yes,
the main house, the Master Shipwright's house. And now we're going to go into the office building.
Which you call the back house, don't you?
Which is the back house. And this is arranged in 3 floors with 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a living room and a kitchen on each floor. So it kind of is all set up for multi-generation, lots of friends, I don't know, running your office.
Party overflow. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? If someone wanted to work from home, this would be a perfect office.
Perfect office. And this building, similar date. It's an earlier interior with a 1720s facade as opposed to a 1708 facade. And we're going to go up to the top floor.
Yes, thank you.
So we're on the
top floor.
And this room that we're now in, this panelled room, is...
It's very nautical.
It does, it feels a bit shippy.
Yeah, it does.
And this was the Master Shipwright's principal drawing office.
Oh, wow.
And
actually, it's very light, which would make sense.
Yeah, and so you've got, on this floor, incredibly big windows that looked over the dockyard, so he could watch the building of the ships. And this is where
he's doing his drawing.
You had drawing offices, model making rooms, timber master's office, assistant master shipwright's office, the foreman of the office of the foreman of floats office.
Wow.
There's a number
you can always feel the soul in the.
This was built as a working building rather than a house.
Now, did you say it was one of the first?
It's argued by some to be the first purpose-built office building in the country.
We'll take that.
We'll take that. We'll have a go at that.
Yeah, it feels very special. I really love the panelling in here, and the double aspects. Of course, you just whatever time of day you get sunlight.
In fact, the house is pretty good. You've got double and sometimes triple aspect rooms.
So in almost all of them actually.
You get a lot of movement of air, and also you're looking out at the garden both sides or whatever. So
and at the moment, this is used by the residents of the back house, isn't it, as a kind of
this is one of the sitting rooms.
Yeah.
Up here, and then on this suite down here we've got 2 bedrooms also panelled and a bathroom and a kitchen,
and it's the same,
that repeats
all the way down
on the first floor and the ground floor.
Very good. Works very well then.
Yeah. So that's the tour done.
Thanks, Willie.
Let's go and have a glass of something bubbly and cold by the river.
Sounds lovely. If only every tour ended with a glass of bubbly.
Yeah. Remember, you've got to drive home though, Tim.
Oh, 1 glass of bubbly.